To create a new case, click on the New Case button on the Field Reporting Control Center. A dialog box will prompt you to enter a new case number. Enter a case number matching your department's format. In the event that the case number is already in use, Xpediter will alert you regarding the duplicate case number. To add a form, click on the Add Form button above. A dialog box will appear showing all the forms available for you to select. For this example, we will select the incident report. A new incident report will appear in the tree view below. Double-click on the incident report to begin entering data for that report. Here we see the case context screen. This screen contains all case-specific information. We will begin by entering all of the relevant data for this case. The drop-down list, such as the Incident Classification 1 field shown here, is an example of the common single select control within Xpediter. These controls are driven by lists entered into the system by an administrator. These controls enforce standard entry by limiting the selections to only those items in the list. Note the asterisk on the incident classification. This asterisk indicates that freeform text can be entered along with selection from the list themselves. Note that drop-downs allow you to type the first letter of the list item you wish to select, and Xpediter automatically navigates to the first item beginning with the letter you've typed. Date fields feature calendars for date selection, and time fields contain up-down arrows for incrementing and decrementing time. The address component allows you to enter an address associated with the case. You can choose from 4 different types of address layouts. The first is a typical street address layout, which we are most familiar with. Next is general location, then intersection, and finally the P.O. box. Note that when the zip code is entered, the city and state are automatically filled in for valid zip codes. Moving to the MO screen, we find items related to MO. Here we see our first multi-select component in the system, which in this case is for entry point data. The multi-select functions much like a drop-down list, with the exception that multiple items can be selected. You can type the first letter of the list item, and Xpediter will navigate to the first item in the list, beginning with the letter you've typed. You can then use the spacebar to toggle the checkbox on and off, and hit return to end selections. Click on the People Context button on the left to bring up the People screen. You must click on the Add button before entering any data. Begin by selecting a role for the person you've just entered. Then type the person's name in the name fields. Xpediter performs an auto-search of the search database to locate any instances of the person that you are currently entering. If a match is found, a result screen is displayed as you see here. Notice the Select Link and the Copy No Link buttons at the bottom. Click on Select Link if you've determined that this person is the same person that you are currently entering. Addresses, phone numbers, and descriptors are provided to assist you in making that determination. If this is not the same person but you wish to reuse similar data, select the Copy Link button to create a copy of the person in the search database. Additional tabs on the People page contain fields for entering ID and description information, victim and neighbors information, injury and juvenile information, and finally arrest and suspect information. To add a business, click on the Add Business button. Note that the screen automatically formats using business-specific fields. Xpediter will add a record in the database and enable the fields for editing. Enter a role for the business, then type in the business name and tab through the field. Xpediter will initiate the search against the search database looking for the previously entered businesses with that name. Once again, you will be presented with search results and information to determine whether this is the same business or not. Use the select link or copy no link depending upon whether this is a business previously entered. To add charges to your report, click on the Charge button on the left-hand side of the screen. Select the Add button to enable the fields. Then select your suspect and victim from the previously entered people. The Search button in the middle of the screen retrieves charges from the Penal Code database for selection. You can also type in the section code field, and the system will automatically search for a charge with the matching section code, allowing you to automatically fill in the fields. Click on the Vehicle button to enter vehicle data. Upon exit of the license number field, the system will perform a lookup of the search database for any instances of the vehicle you are currently working with. In this case, no vehicles were found. The registered owner field will be populated with all people currently entered on this case. This allows easy selection of the registered owner without having to retype their information into the system. Note that the vehicle information is split amongst two tabs. The first tab is the vehicle ID and description information, and the second tab is the stolen and towed vehicle information. The Stolen Vehicle Factors section illustrates the three state checkboxes. These checkboxes feature the following three values: yes, no, and unknown. You can use the mouse to click on and cycle through the states, or use the spacebar to do the same. The tow company component allows you to add and associate a tow company to the vehicle. Click on the Add button under the tow company label to begin adding. Then fill in the respective fields. In this case, we will select a tow company from the existing tow companies in the system. Click on the Property button to enter the property screens, then the Add button to enable the fields. The property screen contains all of the same controls that we have been using up to this point, so data entry is exactly the same as the other screens. Note that information is split amongst two tabs. The first tab contains general property information. The next contains information specific to firearms and drugs. Clicking on the Narrative button will bring up the Narrative screen. The Narrative screen features a basic word processor for entering your narratives. You can select a specific font, format paragraphs, search for a specific word within the body of text, and conduct a spell check. Here we will change the font for the officer. To change a font, select the text to be altered and click on the Font button. Select the font, font style, and size from the dialog and click OK. Narrative templates are a convenient way of entering pre-formatted text to your report. You can have an administrator define different templates based on the type of report you are filling out. To insert a template into your report, click on the Template button in the upper left and select the template you wish to import and click Select. This will add the narrative template text where the cursor is on the screen.